Today we are testing the UHD 710 graphics in Call of Duty Warzone 2.0. I am pairing this with the fastest CPU that this IGPU comes with, which is the Intel Pentium G7400, as well as 32GB of DDR4 RAM at 3200 MHz. And, well, that's actually about it. If you want more information, you can check it out in CPU-Z and GPU-Z. But without further ado, let's get into the game. Starting off, I am at the minimum preset, but I went through and turned off anything else that was turned on, which is basically the lowest possible settings in the game, at 1080p. And I have no upscalers or FSR or anything right now. And starting off, we are getting about 6 frames per second. Occasionally it might reach 7 or 8, but it's getting 6. But you know, let's stop talking about the frame right here. That's not the well, okay, that is the well, that's not the whole problem. The world's turning into blueberries. Yes, everything's turning blue and black. I don't know why, but everything is. So that is something I've never seen in a game, and I don't have a clue why it's doing that. 1080p is really broken. Oh, I hear you want to go swimming. Well, just forget about that with the UHD 710 graphics, because you're getting 2 frames per second anywhere near water. Okay, fine, sometimes it reaches 4 frames per second, but still though, it is horrid when you're near water. This is the worst gaming experience in Call of Duty I've had yet. Then I decided to enable FSR 1.0, and I put it on performance, and oh my, it really improved the performance. It gave me, what is that in math terms, 8 times more performance, or something like that. Except, when you hear that, you think, oh, that's great. But no, we're still getting 8 frames per second. Yes, 8. At least out of the water, we're getting somewhere in the ballpark of 14 to 15, so there's that. Then I lowered the resolution down to 720p. Now, in the settings it doesn't show us 720p. The reason why is because I had it for Windows borderless mode, which means I have to set the desktop resolution to 720p, but one way or another I'm going off topic. Basically, it was still horrible, like really bad. We were getting about 22 frames per second. Granted, a long time ago, I did play Minecraft Java on a laptop for a couple of years at this frame rate, so I'm somewhat used to it, but still though, it's really bad. Then I decided to turn the dynamic resolution scaler on and set the target frame rate to 60, and I thought, maybe like that it might have a chance of getting 30 to 40 frames per second because it will be targeting such a high frame rate. Maybe it would like lower the resolution down to 144p or something. Nope, it didn't. We were still getting about 15 to 20. Then I tried a resolution scale of 55% of 720p, which is 704 x 355, or 355p. And I also had FSR on performance, and that didn't really do much. I was still getting about 20 to 25 frames per second, dipping into the teens depending where you look. Still with the 55% resolution scale, I went over and disabled FSR 1.0, and the game looks now a bit more blurry, and it performs about the same, if not a tiny bit better. But still though, it's a very bad experience. Then I set the resolution to 800 by 600, and I went over and set the resolution scale as low as I possibly can, which is 66%, it looks like. I don't know what resolution it actually is, because I cannot actually read the numbers. But it's incredibly low. You can't see what you're doing almost. You really aren't getting a good frame rate even now, which I'm pretty surprised about. In a bad way. I'm surprised it is so bad. I was expecting, at least at these lower resolutions, it would actually be playable, but yeah, this is definitely not good. Though, it seems it might be auto-filling itself to 640 by 480, because no matter how many times I put it below 640 by 480, it bounces itself back to 640 by 480. I don't know why. But then to add to that even more, if I play the game at 640 by 480, it gets the same frame rate. So I have no idea what it's trying to do. Then I tried 640 by 480 with a dynamic resolution FPS target of 300 frames per second, and that did absolutely nothing. Yeah, nothing. So the question is, do I recommend you to go and download Call of Duty Warzone 2.0 with UHD 710 graphics? Well, it's free, so I mean, it's not going to hurt downloading it. But if you want the game to look nice, or you want at least a decent frame rate, which you can't have either, well, this is not for you. Just don't even bother downloading the game if you have UHD 710 graphics. Either way, yeah, I'm done playing the game with this frame rate and resolution today. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.